What's up everyone? Today I'm going to be doing a short little video on the exhaust on my truck. I want to actually try some new mufflers on it and just see how they sound. But I'm also wanted to do this video just to see the difference between what a small block Ford sounds like with these mufflers and what a Coyote motor sounds like. So it's kind of a combination of motor changes and also muffler changes. So if you haven't seen this one before, I did a little video on this when I had the small block Ford in it. I had swapped from Magnaflows to Flowmaster FX mufflers on it. They're kind of the bullet style mufflers. They're on there currently now, but since then I've had put a Coyote motor in it, 6R80 transmission. I built custom headers for it, built the X pipe for it, and basically then the FX mufflers on there. So what I want to do is back it out basically. We'll push it outside, we'll do a cold start, and then I'll rev it up a little bit so you can hear it, hopefully through the camera. But otherwise, you can hear the difference from there, and I'll put some footage in here from what the small block Ford sounded like. Then I'm going to try some new mufflers on there and see if I like it even better. So I do like the sound, but once it gets into higher RPM, it's very crisp, I guess is the best way I can put it. And I don't know if I care for the sound. So I want to try and get a little bit quieter muffler on there and see if that makes any difference. So. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned that I want to try and make this truck a little bit quieter. At idle and kind of mid-range, it sounds pretty good with those Flowmasters on there. But when you really get on it, up in the upper RPM range, there's a tone to it that I don't really care for. It's a little bit too loud for me. So I'm going to try a little different mufflers, or these are actually resonators. But I'll show you here. This is kind of what I picked up. All these parts are off of Ace Race parts. Basically this is what they consider, this is their in-house brand muffler, or resonator I should say. These are considered their ultra quiet resonators. Now resonators and mufflers are pretty similar. From what I understand, is resonators are more so for a certain specific tone in the exhaust that it's kind of geared towards, but they do work very similar. They're a little bit shorter than the ones I have on there currently. But they're a little bit more oval shaped than round. But I guess you could both consider the ones I have on there now and these like a bullet style muffler resonator. But what I did is it shouldn't take too long to get these welded up and put on there, but I decided to buy some V-bands for the mufflers. So I got the 2 complete kit V-bands with the clamp and everything, both sides, male, female. I got a couple hangers here, the resonators, and then I decided to go with the male side here too, because what I want to do is when I pull the old ones off, I want to get these welded on there too. So if I do want to go back to the other style or the other mufflers, I can just unclamp them, clamp them in, and then they'll just be hanging by the hangers on the other side. So we'll get this stuff welded up, but first I want to make sure that we'll get the old ones off and then make sure these are aligned up before we fully weld them on. But like I said, shouldn't take too long. I will have to make some new dumps or tailpipes, so to speak, out the back here, but I should have some leftover piping from when I did the exhaust. So we'll get all this stuff installed here and we'll be able to test it out and see what it sounds like. So here's the current setup that I have with the Flowmasters on here. This one is a little bit longer than the ones that I purchased now, but here's where we'll put the V-band on there, and then we have the hanger back here holding it up. So short little tailpipe also, and being that the newer ones are a little bit shorter, we'll just probably have to put a little bit longer tailpipe on there, but that's not a big deal. So we'll get everything welded up here and test them out. So here's the new ones all mocked up. Basically I got to finish fully welding these on, a little bit of here, and got to finish welding up the hangers. But they look nice. I didn't necessarily want the polished, but that's just what they had. You can't get them in a kind of a brushed look or natural finish to it. So whatever they're polished, so be it. But then just a little turn downs on the end and we should be good. So we'll get this fully welded up and installed, and we should be able to test them out, see what they sound like. Alright, so that was the Ace Race Parts Ultra Quiet Resonators. As you may be able to tell, they weren't ultra quiet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. I like the sound of them. I mean, they sounded great, but like I've been mentioning, I want to get that sound level down. I want them quieter than that. One bad thing is I won't be able to road test it because I have the insurance taken off of this thing right now until spring. So just from sitting here revving it up and stuff, it sounds louder than those Flowmasters, those Flow FXs. So I do like the looks of them. The Ace Race Parts, they're nice and polished and shiny. You look underneath, man, they look great compared, especially with the rest of the exhaust on there. So I don't know. We'll see if I can road test them, but that's kind of the one nice thing about having that V-band clamp on there. I can swap them out pretty quickly and test them. So once I get insurance back on them, I'll have to test them again. But I still want to find something quieter than that, so I might have to do some more research, see if I can't find some different mufflers that maybe are quieter. If you've got any ideas for me, let me know, but I'm going to try a couple different things and we'll see. So I don't know if I'll end the video here or not, but I'm going to go try some other ones here quick, so stay tuned. And one thing with the resonators is that they're not necessarily made to go after to quiet it down, more so to drone a certain specific type of noise in the exhaust. So maybe I have to run these resonators with my other mufflers or something like that. I don't really have the room for it. Either that or I might have to switch to a H pipe versus that X pipe that I built. I really don't want to do that, but the biggest thing is I just want to make it quieter, almost somewhere between stock, like a stock engine in a truck, versus maybe mild, moderate aggressive or moderate sound to it. So I want daily this thing, so don't need the neighbors pissed off at me every morning when I fire it up. So we'll find something here. Just keep plugging away. I might have to spend a little extra money just to try and figure out which ones I like, but hopefully all this trial and error here that I'm doing helps you guys out. So these are the Magnaflows that I originally had on the truck when I had the small block Ford in it, the 302. So we're going to try these out. I just had to weld on some V-band clamps here and kind of make some mounting points back here for the hangers. But we'll try them on now. I know these already sound similar to the Flowmasters, the Flow FXs. These had a drone in the cab originally, and that's why I went with the Flowmasters. So I'm sure they'll sound very similar, but I don't know if that drone will be there, and the only way you could hear that drone is if it was on the road, really. So, but we'll give them a shot, see if they sound any different or any quieter. So there we go, that was the Magnaflows. Still too loud for me. I still need to get it quieter than that. And so I'm gonna have to do some more research and just see if there's something else I can try. Maybe try some other cheap ones or something like that. And so let me think about that. We'll do some more digging and see if I can try something else. All right, these are a Hooker Turbo Muffler. They're fairly cheap turbo muffler. They're aluminized versus stainless. I've been trying to go stainless in all these, but I want to try these out, see if these are going to be any quieter. So I already got my V-bands welded on there, welded on some short little tailpipes and some hangers. So we'll bolt these up and give these a try and see if they are any better or not. Well, that sure hell ain't the ones either. Those hooker headers, mufflers kind of sound like trash. Not to say they don't sound good on something else, but for my application, I think they just sound like dog shit. It's almost like it's just an empty tin can rattle to it. It's hard to explain. Maybe you can hear it on the video, but it's awful. That's probably the worst one out of the ones I've tried so far. So I'm gonna have to do some more research and just see if I can't find one that I like that's quieter. You know, I'm only limited to so much space under there too. So to put a nice big quiet muffler under there, there's no room for it. So I'm kind of stuck to a certain size muffler. So I'm gonna try something else, I guess, and see what we can do. So keep staying tuned, guys. All right, another day. Got my welding shirt on again, getting ready to weld on some V-bands on these new mufflers. This time I decided to go with the Flowmaster DBX series. They're a laminar flow type muffler. I'm really hoping this is going to be the cat's ass, I guess, and be what I'm looking for here. So I ended up cutting the V-bands off the Hooker mufflers that I tried, being I'm never going to throw them on here. And I think they sound like crap, but they might work good on yours, but not on mine. So I'll cut them off so I didn't have to buy another set and get them welded on, and we'll be able to test them out quick. All right, got the DBX welded all up and installed. Let's see what they sound like here. All right, so that was the DBX mufflers from Flowmaster. They're not, I wouldn't consider them quieter. I thought I did my research this time to find a quieter muffler, and I don't know if that's it. Now maybe once they're warmed up, it's going to sound differently, or once the engine is warmed up, or maybe I still need to have it tuned or something. Maybe it's the headers that are on here, maybe it's the X pipe that's on here. But what I was looking for is go quieter, and none of these mufflers seem to work. But we'll try it again in the spring. I'll have insurance on it then, and we'll actually get it on the road and see what they sound like, you know, wide open throttle and everything else. Obviously it's going to sound a little different just kind of revving it up here. So we'll kind of end the video there, but kind of gives you an idea what different mufflers sound like. Now I don't know if my application is a little different than yours probably, but might give you an idea of what you're looking for. And yeah, who knows, I might switch to an H pipe instead of the X pipes that's on here. Maybe put some catalytic converters on it or something just to quiet it down. But for now, I'm just kind of sick of spending money and throwing mufflers at this thing, and nothing's changing the way I want it to. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching again. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. So we'll see you later. All right, take care.